Yeah. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Damn. Got it off the block, forming a dynasty from a rock. Laid back in the cut, press play, can't get enough. Yo, let's chop it up in every location. A bearded conversation, opportunity keep knocking like child support. Famous started from the bottom like baseless, now we famous. Podcast official, the topic will probably hit you from a distance like a pistol. Subscribe so you can listen to survival of the fittest. We talking it how we living it. Rolling like a dealership, managing several businesses. T-shirts, podcast, no, you don't need a membership. Just follow us on YouTube, knowledge supreme, infinite. Chicago got us dipping, excited to talk about it. Going live, check your notifications so you can holler. Or leave it in the comments, debate it, just being honest. Chicago topics, roll ride views, we supersonic, big gang is conquer, circle back round like every week. Tell a friend off the block, it's where we meet.
Hear the conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back.
The hood lover.
Hear the conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love us, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back.
Come on. The hood lovers, off the block, giving it back. The hood lovers, broadcasting live. Off the conversation, off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation. I am your host, Beard Gang is Con, aka the Con Man, BKA Mr. B. G. Hey, welcome everybody. How everybody doing? First and foremost, big ups to all my followers and subscribers. Secondly, big ups to the best moderators in the game, kings and queens. Y'all know who y'all are. Oh, what's going on tonight, everybody? It's Wild Ass Wednesday. Yesterday was Toxic Tuesday, man. We had a little toxicity in there. You know what I'm saying? We came back to the light, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if we have another wild ass Wednesday this Wednesday, y'all. This Wednesday evening. What's going on? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. First and foremost, y'all know how I like to start off the show. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. One last time, let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. That's people we come in contact with on a day-to-day basis, people we record you with, our families, our extended families, more especially our Bearded Conversation, our Bearded Studios, our Bearded Lounge at the Dark, and our Bearded Tabernacle family. Secondly, man, don't forget, y'all, to master those 5 key components of life. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. And one last time, for the family, that's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. And don't forget to E40 that thing and sprinkle a little support on top, because a little support go a long way, y'all. Hey, if you don't believe me, try it out. If it don't work out for you, come on back. We can talk about it. You feel me? Hey. Now, with that being said, before we get into anything too serious, and you know, talking about we get under some folks' skin. You know, talking about, well, we never do for real, but just in case. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me tonight. Thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me tonight. I don't mean to hurt or to offend. I don't mean to hurt or to offend. This video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only. Once again, this video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only, with the underlying undertone on edutainment. So we do emphasize and stress edutainment. Please do not take any advice given or anything shown on this video stream for face value without consulting a proper professional that suits your specific needs. Please do your due diligence. Please do your proper vet work and research. And please get that second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth opinion. Hey, because we don't want you going out here robbing no banks, starting no revolts, telling your boss what he or she can take, how they can turn it sideways, and where to put it, because we done already warned you. You read? Hey, chocolate tie, what's going on? How you feeling, sweetheart? How you feeling? How you feeling? Chocolate tie in the building, the queen chocolate. How you doing, mama? How you doing, man? I had a long day. It was a good day. Wasn't too much, wasn't bad. Decent day at work, you know. Decent day at work. Wasn't too much going on. Now we back here, talking about in front of the beautiful people, seeing what's going on with the beautiful people tonight. Man, Monkey Man, hard at work for me, y'all. Trying to get that outro together, man. I can't seem to get up a dude. The Diggy Diamond. I haven't reached out to that brother. Well, not to him, but I kind of like been hunting him down. Sound crazy, but I've been hunting him down like through social media, trying to see if I can get in contact with him. Ask him about the usage of that beat. Man, that David or D4VD, that case boy, he do look a little weird though. He do. I was just thinking about what Monkey Man said, man. Now that I'm looking at him, he do look a little weird though, man. But I hope they get this resolved and bring some closure to the family, because man, that was crazy. Man. That was crazy. Okay, they gonna send Sean Pitt. They gonna lock P Diddy up Friday, y'all. Well, he gonna get this sentencing thing. We're waiting for the sentencing, so they gonna lay that down on him. Let's see how much time they trying to give Diddy, y'all. Sean Diddy Combs sentencing is Friday. Here's how much prison time legal experts think he may get. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs will be sentenced by a federal judge Friday following his conviction of two prostitution counts. And although he was acquitted on some of the most serious charges and escaped possibility of life in prison, legal experts tell Forbes he could still face about 5 more years behind bars. So originally, I thought these counts carried like 10 years apiece. So they were saying at a minimum in a previous article that I read that he would probably get like the minimum of 10 years on both charges. Unless, they want to concurrent and they figure some things out. So 5 years wouldn't be bad. And actually, he been in for like done there 2 years. Oh yeah, he'll be getting out. He'll be getting out. Yeah. So even if they do, but I don't know how federal cases work. I don't, because I ain't never been, talking about in no feds and nothing like that. But I'm thinking, man, if he already been in there in that 2 years, and they trying to give him 5, hopefully they knock some of that off his time as well. You know what I'm saying? So, if anything, if I was him, if they can get it, if his lawyers can get it like that, if I was Diddy, shit, I would want to sit in there for a few more months. You know what I'm saying? Because after that, the best thing they could probably do is say time consider served, and then he come right on out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Again, I'm not a lawyer, so don't quote me on that. I don't know how that go. But hopefully, man, shit. We can get Diddy home, man. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I'm trying to go with them. I'm trying to go to the Welcome Back Home Diddy party. You feel me? Combs was convicted in July of 2 violations of the Mann Act, which outlaws transporting people across state lines for prostitution purposes. See, I don't know, man. I don't know. And his lawyers and prosecutors have asked the judge very different sentences. Combs' defense is pushing a 14-month sentence, while prosecutors are asked for 11 years. Legal expert told Forbes the sentence will likely fall somewhere in the middle, noting that federal probation officials have recommended a sentence of between 5 and 7 years based on federal sentencing guidelines. Former federal prosecutor Mark Chuckow told Forbes he wouldn't be surprised if Combs gets something in the range of 5 to 7 years in prison, noting that the judge may choose to follow probation officer's recommendations because he feels both prosecutors and defense attorneys made compelling arguments in their sentencing recommendations. Veteran trial and appellate lawyer Mark Zauderer told Forbes he thinks Diddy will come out within a few years of sentencing. Nothing he could escape a tougher sentence because he doesn't have any prior criminal convictions. So, and that's the thing too, you know, especially when you ain't got no criminal background or no criminal history, nothing relating to what they trying to charge him for, and a lot of those charges was really absurd. You know, the worst and the bulk of this Diddy thing came from the revealing and us finding out about his, I guess, we could say secret bedroom, you know what I'm saying, activities. But it's amazing and crazy how, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us judge that man, you know, from that because shit. I know y'all probably do some of the craziest shit in y'all bedroom. I know y'all probably do some of the craziest shit in y'all bedroom. What's Miss Coco, what's going on? How you doing, beautiful? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? We say Ty. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, man. They got some type of app, Miss Coco. Her and Miss Vanna, man, that shit be looking good. I think it's I don't know, I think it's like a little, I don't know if it's an app or some shit you gotta pay for. You know what I'm saying? To make your shit look like that. I be liking that in the chat though. You know what I'm saying? When they be doing that little graffiti little chat, that should be looking dope. Make the chat look good. Thank you, Miss Ty. Yeah, share it in the chat. Oh, she said yours is free. Yeah. So one of my other moderators, Miss Chocolate, was saying that it was an app, and I think that one you had to pay for. But yeah, drop that in the chat, man. So you know, what I'm talking about when y'all fall through, man, y'all can make my chat look as beautiful as y'all look. You feel? Hey, fellas, man, make sure y'all speaking to the queens and being respectful in the chat too when they're in the building, man. Brother DC, what's going on? How you feeling today? How you feeling today? Oh, you said no Vonito? Okay. That's what I'm talking about, Miss Chocolate. That's exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, but back to Diddy, man. You feel me? Like I like for people to persecute or want to out this man for his personal sexual activities that he do in private that just didn't came to the forefront. I mean, because that's how we judging him. We judging him off that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he was wrong for, you know what I'm saying, whooping on Cassidy and Cassie and that shit coming to the forefront. All right, I get it. You feel me? But all that extra shit, man, personal shit that was going on, and these tapes, where are these tapes at? Because if they got but even if they did find these tapes still would just, I would think these tapes would even clear him. You know what I'm saying? It would show that everything that was done, you know what I'm saying, inside of those parties were uh were consensual. Um, and if he wasn't the one transporting, you know what I'm saying, people to that party or knowing of it, like shit, you can't hold motherfucker accountable for some shit they don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just keeping it 100. I mean, you could try to, because they was the facilitator of a party, so you could say, well, since it was your party and you had this, that, there, they could try to link it, but mm-mm. Oh man. So again, man, 5 to 7 years. I'm saying that's what the brother expecting. But if listen, if he do what he's supposed to, man, and just chill out, you fuck around and what I'm saying, go home, like I say, right off top. So anyway, in that lengthy sentencing recommendation to the judge, um, both of which span more than 160 pages, prosecutors and defense attorney excuse me, sparred over whether the court should consider arguments presented at the trial supported the charges. Cohn was acquitted on racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking as a factor in his sentencing. So basically, bro, just because I fly you out, bro, and all these peoples are saying, okay, it was sex and I pay. Like, man, I could easily say, nah, I ain't pay for shit, man. I had a party. Motherfuckers came to the party and they knew what was going on. So I don't see how the judge, like, I don't see, like, how you fucking with him and not trying to lock. I just don't understand. These were all willing participants, but again, but like they say, due to the other charges that were dropped, that was much more serious. I mean, I guess the defense case would be for me that the rest of the shit is preposterous. I can't even say the word. Y'all know what I'm saying. We're trying to say. So why would y'all even try to, stick me with anything? But they got to make some type of example. And 5 to 7 years will be a good example. Plus, the bulk of his money, excuse me, and assets and shit like that were frozen. Now I don't know. Well, a lot of that money, was spent on them lawyers. Now anything else that they frozen, it took a siege. I don't know if they'll get it, if he'll get it back or how that worked. Um, because I think Puffy is no longer a billionaire. No longer a billionaire. What's going on, Jason? How you feel, young man? How you feel? You say I'm gonna drop it in the chat. Okay, type of. You dropped it. I don't see it. Well, I don't see it. I don't see what you dropped in the chat, and you my moderator, and I don't see it. Judge Enron, yeah, dude, rejected the request by Cole's lawyer late Tuesday to either grant the rap mogul a new trial or toss his conviction. The move was the latest attempt by Cole's attorney to get the rapper out of jail instead of sentencing, as the judge had already rejected multiple requests to release Combs on bail. And this is what I'm saying. Like, y'all threw out all this shit. How is it? How is it that he don't have a bail? Like, are we really listening to this craziness, this madness? If all those other serious charges were dismissed, why aren't y'all giving this man bail? I think that's unconstitutional. Now, I know a lot of people might say, well, this a lot of these things are diversions and just, listen. I really don't think none of this should be diversion and distraction. I think, the elite, the 1%, the powers that be, you know what I'm saying, the white folk with money or that's running shit. I think they just they play with you in your face. Brother Ant, what's going on? What's happening? I think they just play with us in our face. Don't get me wrong. We can conspiratorize or say this or that, but no, because ain't nowhere in hell that this man has been cleared of all those major charges. And you mean to tell me you got him locked up for prostitution and he can't get a bail for prostitution? Like if I was to go outside right now, jump in my car and grab a prostitute and I get caught, I'm gonna get locked up and go to jail. But they not finna do what they do. And again, I get it. I ain't did it, the shit that was behind it, but they threw that shit out. He should be able to get bailed out from simple prosecution. If this is only a 5 to 7, how the fuck is prostitution a federal case? Why are they still pushing this shit as a federal case? Why didn't they drop that? Once they dropped all that racketeering shit and they decided to try and convict him on the prostitution, that should have went back down to the state. If it went to state, he probably wouldn't be he probably would be out of jail by now, and time would be considered served. Or they probably slap his ass with some probation or whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? And he had to go to counseling and do some other shit. You know. So like, and don't get me wrong when I say about the diversion and distraction, because I mean it's a lot of other things that we could be thinking about and putting our energy toward, um, than focusing on, you know what I'm saying, a P Diddy trial or cases, shit like that, or sitting here talking about how this man then did whatever he did behind closed doors with his personal what I'm saying, with his personal vendettas in the bedroom. But I just want the people to see, like, they play with us in our face, man. They'll take your money when they want your money if you ain't playing the game right. If you up to bat and they telling you to, what I'm saying, strike out, and you trying to take a walk or you trying to swing for the fences, you know what I'm saying? And then you connect with that ball. Now you stuck. Now you sitting there stuck. Now you run or do you stand still? You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, you're assed out because you wasn't supposed to connect with the ball. So you might as well just keep moving. Once you start running shit, you better not stop if that's the case. But yeah, man, I just want people to know, yeah, they be distractions, but outside of that though, just look at the deeper picture, man, of how they can play with us in our face, and ain't nothing really we can do about it. Just like this government shutdown, as a 12:01 this morning, the government has shut down, due to Congress and the Senate not being able to come through to an agreement on the funding bill to be passed to pay the people for or pay government workers and shit like that for doing for doing what they need to do to end out the fiscal year that's going to start. Well, that started October the 1st. So and again, man, like I said, we done been through plenty shutdowns. I don't know how major this shutdown is going to be, or how soon they're going to rectify the problem with the funds, being allocated and distributed to the proper places. But we'll figure that out. We'll see as time go on. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we got some people on here, man, that like to watch CNN and MSNBC and shit like that, man. Well, shit, turn on YouTube. Go to CNN on YouTube, anything. On your phone, the app. You feel? Like, follow it, see what they talking about. Now, my thing is, how are they going to rectify this government shutdown? And if they do rectify it with the quickness, what like the pause or the stoppage, right? What do they need to happen from this shutdown within this time frame in order for them to come back and fix it? What is the underlying um story behind this actual shutdown? Because it's got to be deeper than the Republicans and Democrats just can't agree on how to get this funding bill signed and out here. I think it was like a 55 to 45 vote. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, like what with this pause, like what things are going to cease and stop happening, and whose money or what funds are going, you know what I'm saying? Like what's going on? Like what major, like, because we're not in the gut. But see, but what a lot of people, like my Uncle P always say, follow the money. You know what I'm saying? What's drying up? Like what agency stand? Excuse me. What agency stands to take the most damage from this blow of this government shutdown? So like yeah, so that's yet to be seen. But of course, I know it's gonna happen. They're gonna pop it out. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna put it in our face. Cause hell, guess what? We as the American people and as a consumer, we're not gonna do anything. We're just gonna let them pop that shit in our face and do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Just like with this fucking P Diddy case. That's why I say about the distraction. Why with this case? You know what I'm saying, like, man, all the shit to get them on, y'all find the prostitution, which 5 to 7 years, and I know y'all wanted more than that. But if y'all wanted more than that, man, I just can't see how legally y'all still keeping them motherfucking jail for prostitution. I just don't understand. Um, so it says prosecutors were in more than 160-page filing earlier this week. The court should hand the Combs a sentence no less than 135 months, which is just damn, which is just over 11 years. Though prosecutors acknowledge in their filing Combs cannot be punished for crimes he was acquitted of, they said the court must take into account the manner um, in which he committed the prostitution crimes. Arguing during the trial, Combs had conceded to violence, domestic abuse, drug use, and distribution and bribery. Combs' attorney acknowledged during the trial he had engaged in violent behavior, including in the hotel surveillance, which they couldn't charge him for because that was under the statute that had surpassed the statute of limitation. Um, and again, his admittance to a lot of this shit was like everybody else admitted to the shit too, and they was like, "Well, we willingly did this. We wasn't forced to do this." So that they tried. That's why they tried to rock with the coercion thing. The law is a motherfucker. They tried to rock with the coercion thing. They say there's oh, see, I like that old English. I like that old English, man. Hey man, y'all see what the queen say, man. Y'all see what the queen say.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
Like he said, and the queen. So, acknowledged on the trial, he engaged in violent behavior, including the hotel surveillance footage that was played multiple times for the jury, depicting him attacking his ex girlfriend, singer Cassie Ventura, but argued that was not evidence of sex trafficking, which it wasn't. Prosecutors asked if the judge to consider Combs' history and pattern of violence, citing testimony and letters to the court submitted by former employees who accused the mogul of abuse and exploitation. Well, shit. And we talking about music in Hollywood. All y'all are getting exploited, right? So if y'all locking P. Diddy up, shit, y'all gonna have to go back and lock a whole bunch of other motherfuckers up too for this exploitation. But again, I don't even see how, if that Cassie shit was like beyond the statutes of limitations, like I don't even see how that could be used as evidence against him. That shit shouldn't even been used. Don't get me wrong. I know it displayed the divided nature of Mr. Combs, but again, like, come on, man. Your lawyer should have did a better job. That shit shouldn't have been played multiple times in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? If anything, that shit should have been played once, and when it came on, you should have been like, I object, Your Honor. You know what I'm saying? This case has passed the statutes of limitation. It cannot be admissible as evidence in a court of law. And when it comes to, trying to convict my client, and I'm pretty sure it's laws that they could have brought out, but it's basically because it's past the statute of limitations, so it really should have been admissible evidence. I mean, but what do I know? And again, if I got picked up by the police for prostitution or whatever the case may be, well, I guess because he brought him over state lines, so I guess it'll be a little bit more hectic. I guess the state line thing is the kicker there, right? It's crazy, man. So, given the seriousness and the duration of the offense conduct, as well as his decade of unchecked violence, prosecutors wrote Combs should face a substantial sentence that reflects the psychological, emotional, and physical damage he has inflicted. I understand what they're saying, right? But then I'm a guy didn't. But I think a lot of times, especially with situations like this, I think a lot of these participants were willing participants. I don't think no one. Not saying, listen. Not saying that the women involved with the abuse wanted to be abused physically or mentally. That's not what I'm saying. But for the most part, and don't get me wrong, I know, it could be a situation of manipulation as well, right? But again, coming from a place of realism, when people don't have things and people are not used to things, and you getting things from somebody that you think in your mind because they doing this or they showing you some type of attention. You think that they love you, so now you didn't fool yourself to think that this is love. So now you want to pull that emotional card when it ain't love. You're just attached to what the person is doing and giving you. And I do think that there was a situation in case in many of these instances with Sean Combs and a lot of these people who are on the court document as people that he abused and mentally or physically or domestically, allegedly, as you know what I'm saying, the article states. Um, I think a lot of these people may have used him. I think, he may have started out with a good heart. And then, shit, he might have woke up and like, fuck it, y'all using me, I'm gonna use y'all. And shit, and guess what? It was just a match. People knew what they was there for, and he knew what they was there for. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. And if you allow him to do whatever to you, shit, you allowed him to do whatever to you because shit, you was getting paid on the back end for it. You know what I'm saying? He paid well. Shit. I mean, and that's damn near basically what everybody in the courtroom said in so many words. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm not excusing the abuse of the behavior, but yeah, hey, you knew what the fuck it was. He paid well, so if he paid well, you stuck around for it. You know what I'm saying? And all that emotional trauma shit, I don't want to hear that. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it might have been one that fell through the cracks and that probably could have been, really attached to the man emotionally for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? But, a lot of that shit was motherfuckers being starstruck, man, and had the opportunity to be inside of a space with the man and shit. They took that opportunity and whatever the fuck was being done inside of that space, guess what? We gonna do it because shit, it's our time. I mean, that's just how I feel. I could be wrong. Don't get me wrong. I could be wrong, but I just like to look at it from a different standpoint. Not saying, look, man, I'm not sitting here saying that the man was perfect and the man was a saint. You know what I'm saying? And the man, no, I'm not saying that shit. But a lot of these people participated willingly in this shit, man, and they knew what was going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, so this shit is just crazy. It's just crazy. This is crazy, man. But it's Wild Ass Wednesday, so so man. It is what it is, man. But listen, man, free Diddy, man. Hashtag free Diddy, man. I hope that brother get out of jail. I hope him losing um damn near a third of his wealth. You know what I'm saying? In a couple of years of his life being behind them bars, wake him up. Sometimes this shit don't have that same effect on people. Sometimes people come out, what I'm saying, doing the same thing and just being the person that they are. You know what I'm saying? He still got a couple 100 million. So, is this going to change him sitting his ass down for these couple of years and them snatching that money away from him and him losing, what I'm saying, a lot of his endorsements? Or will he come out even more resilient and vigilant and focused to get back to the top where he used to be? You know what I'm saying? Because before he went in, he was talking about being what was his name? Love, some shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? So he was trying to change. He was trying to put, and you know what? That's been a pattern, bro. Even before they got Lil Durk ass, he was out here trying to push peace and shit like that. You feel me? I know there's a lot of motherfuckers before they get locked up and they go to jail, they be trying to, what I'm saying, turn shit around slightly to try to show, what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? This is what they do. But yeah, but that shit don't work because if they want you, they gonna get you. If they want you, they gonna get you, man. You feel me? Like, man, like motherfucking Dirk, your people's got the wire. Like, man, it's just crazy out here. You told motherfucker not to use a credit card, use credit cards anyway. See, but then you don't give access to people. See, and that's the problem, bro. Like, bro, we get this money, man, and you would think that we would get some type of learning. You know what I'm saying? Bro, listen, man, I'm finna tell y'all, man, if y'all get some money, man, can't y'all ass to school. You feel me? If I make $1 million off rapping, man, go invest that into yourself, Brody. Now, I don't encourage going, yes, I do. I do encourage going to universities and college and things like that because I even went, right. You know what I'm saying? But don't let that confine you to a limited space. You know what I'm saying? Go there to get whatever information and knowledge that you need to get to acquire and acquire to if you want to work for somebody, man, go ahead, do it, because everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Everybody can't have that next big, great idea. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be the facilitator of movements and shit like that. So, but if you're going, man, man, I mean, learn that shit and and go be successful. Go be great at something, you know? Don't be stagnant and going to get these degrees and sitting your ass in the crib and still being a fucking bum and just was like, well, I was just doing it to be doing it. No. You know what I'm saying? If you got a great mind, use it. But if you got that money, man, please go back and re-educate yourself, man. Go learn some shit. Go have something to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? You know, we don't do that, man. We get that money, we go party, we go buy houses, we go buy gold, jewelry, all this old extra type of shit. Don't get me wrong, I ain't saying nothing wrong with that neither. But on the backside of that, man, you know, we don't know how to make that shit work for us. If you, man, listen, go take some stock classes, go take some real estate classes, get a real estate license. So now when you go on to buy that property, you got a real estate license. You don't have to go through a middleman or a real estate agency. You feel me? You might you have your own. That's what I'm saying. You know, go LLC or real estate company. Shit, you rap, go LLC or real estate company and shit. All the property that you acquire, guess what? Is in your estate up under your company and shit like that. Now everything's coming back to you, you know, and you still getting up working. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and you got something to fall back on. Damn it, if you can't rap or sing no more, or if you can't throw a ball through a hoop, or if you can't throw a ball to a person, you know what I'm saying? Or if you can't crack a ball with a bat, it's a lot of things you can do to fall back on. That's what I'm saying, man. Get this money and invest in yourself. You have to. You have to. Especially them young brothers and sisters, man, that's out here in the music game who be getting whoo, kind of wish I could see, but it's better off that I can't. Um, I wouldn't necessarily say that, man. You know, yeah, it's a lot of messed up things going on out here, brother Jason. I mean, yeah, brother Jason, but you know, but you know, shit, you like the Bible, don't you, Jason? Though they have eyes they cannot see. You feel me? So shit, there's people out here that see everything, you know, eyes wide open, bro, but can't see nothing at all. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's just how it is, bro. Let's get into this next article, man. Missing woman, watch some more wild shit. It is wild as Wednesday, y'all. So, missing woman found murdered behind a secret wall in hoarder style home. Heinous crime. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. And that shit, I never understood that hoarder shit, bro. Don't get me wrong. I'm like a fake little hoarder myself. I'm a excuse me, fake little hoarder myself. But not to the extent or the length that I used to see on that show. And not to the length or extent where I will have a secret wall. And what the hell is wrong with people, bro? Don't y'all know this shit stank? And people gonna come over and people gonna see your crib and they gotta come to your crib. They gonna smell that shit. Like, what the hell be wrong with people, bro? So the murder body of a missing California woman was found hidden behind a secret wall in a hoarder-style home that cops had searched just days earlier. So, and it'd be so much shit, right? I'm pretty sure they couldn't do a thorough job or a thorough investigation. Only way that should have happened is if you really in there searching or you start taking shit out and dumping shit out and throwing it away. That way you can see what's really inside of the home. So Renaya Lewis, who was last seen on Friday, was discovered behind a concealed entry into an attic of a Vallejo home on Tuesday, according to Vallejo Police Department. Investigators first went in the house on Sunday because there was indication she had been there before she vanished, the department said. Damn, and she is a pretty little something. God damn. Little petite, pretty little something, too. She pretty, y'all. That's crazy, man. I don't get that shit, bro. Like, that's crazy, man. I knew people were sick, but seriously, like this shit is crazy, bro. Like, my thing is, and I don't want to say this, man. I ain't gonna say this, man, because I don't want to, God damn, why y'all killing the pretty motherfuckers? All these ugly motherfuckers out here, man. Y'all killing the pretty ones. God damn, Brody. You know what I'm saying? Listen, and I'm telling y'all, man, when I be reading these articles, man, when they be talking about these brothers, man, unaliving their girls, man, be the prettiest little motherfuckers, man. You don't never see no ugly motherfucker. I'm trying to lighten it up, but ain't no way to lighten this type of shit up. I know, but I don't want to seem, you know what I'm saying, pompous or anything like that, or just ignorant to the fact. But that is crazy, man. I was trying to be a little funny, y'all, but that's crazy, man. Like, I just couldn't, like, she pretty, bro. Like, why are you killing her? I couldn't even see that. Even if she is, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, but damn. But a cursory search of all the rooms, closet, and places a person could hide found no signs of a missing woman. Detectives got a search warrant to return on Tuesday when they found Lewis dead in the attic. You would miss it because my baby girl, you said you would miss it because my baby girl was hidden behind a wall. A cousin, Latoya Lewis, told KTVU of the property that the family said looked like a hoarder's home, a secret wall they placed her behind. So who home was this though? Douglas Irwin Shaw, 41, was arrested at his work later that day. Cops said without elaborating on how he was tied to the crime or how Lewis was killed. Shaw provided a statement to detectives where he admitted being responsible for this heinous crime, the department said. So he admitted to this shit. Okay. Lewis' mother told Lewis' mother, Terry Lewis, collapsed when told her daughter's body was found. Mm, mm. I'm guessing dude might have been a boy. Hold on. What was the name of dude? Let me see. Okay, Douglas Irwin Shaw. This might have been a boyfriend, but no. So on our way there, I was praying. She said, "I just pray, God, please don't let it be her. Please don't let it be." And he didn't answer my prayer. The mom and other relatives had also been searching the area on their own, finding her phone on the roof of a nearby school. Hell, they found her phone on the roof. What the fuck? We all came to search for her, not knowing she was here in a wall. Gone, her mother said. That's what I'm saying. Who crib? So I guess this his crib? Is this a boyfriend? Shaw was charged with murder on Tuesday and booked at the Solano County Jail, cops said. The relationship between Lewis of Berkeley and Shaw was not immediately clear. He needed to sit there and suffer for my daughter because she didn't deserve this, Lewis' mother said about her daughter's killer. Mm. It could have been a situation of they probably was in a relationship, but she looked like a young girl. Same shit with that David shit, man. Man, leave these young ass girls alone, man. Ouch. If this can't prove Satan loves his Lolita Express, nothing proves it anymore. Satan prefers crime and transgression. Um, okay, Jason. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but okay, Jason. Whoa, you went deep there, didn't you, brother? Went deep down. But yeah, man, like damn, man. This shit crazy. Like, why? Pretty as hell, man. Beautiful young lady, man. Um, it didn't say she had no children or nothing like that, so um, I don't want to try to make it seem like that's lightening the situation up. But condolences to the Lewis family, man, for losing their daughter, cousin, sisters, friends, or whatever. It's a sad, tragic case. They got the guy supposedly who did it. I guess he admittedly. If he was dating her, but like if that was his house and it was a hoarder home, like you too pretty. Why would you even be in something like that? Like, what are you feeling within you to be with somebody that's in a house? Not saying, but God damn, listen, man. I'm not even walking into nobody's crib that's looking like that. You feel me? I can understand a little junk and a little messy and shit like that because I ain't the cleanliest motherfucker in the world, but a hoarder, like that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got makeshift walls and shit put up because you stacking shit and there's so much shit everywhere, and then to be able to maneuver and get through that motherfucker to put you up in the attic behind a makeshift wall, like that's insane. Like that's insane. Mm-mm. That's crazy, man. What are you talking about? Oh man, 21 Savage and Lotto, you know what I'm saying? They dating y'all, 21 Savage and Lotto. Oh. Teen girl takes pill and suicide attempt. Oh my goodness. We got a young girl, man, who took some pills in a suicide attempt at Smith School near East 130. What is this, a grammar school? This is a little girl, 13, yeah, 13-year-old female student took some kind of pills trying to harm herself. Damn, man. Dollars is, well, I ain't, it didn't say if she died, but prayers and things going out to that young lady, family, and I hope for a speedy recovery, man. Um, and I hope, it gets well for her. You know what I'm saying, did the government shut down last night? Here's what to know, y'all. So parts of the federal government have effectively stopped operating after congressional leaders failed to strike a deal before October the 1st shutdown deadline, which was today, 12:01. Um, Despite negotiation effort, lawmakers could not come to agreement on funding legislation before midnight on October the 1st. As a result, a partial government shutdown began as of midnight on Wednesday, October the 1st, the first day of the U.S. government's 2026 fiscal year. The shutdown will continue until the appropriations are passed in Congress, meaning the funds, like we spoke on earlier. In turn, a wide range of federal services will be impacted, and thousands of government workers are said to be furloughed. Certain agencies like the U.S. Postal Service and Air Traffic Control and Social Security are considered essentials and will run as usual. So for a lot of people that don't know that they when they try to tell us the U.S. Postal Service, the IRS, Air Traffic Control, Social Security, those are not federal entities; those are private entities. So that's why they're going to run because they have their own funding and they back. We not okay, okay, but yeah, yeah. Yeah. Do a little diving and little checking out on things. So yes, the government has partially shut down. Congress fails to agree on on funding appropriations for the new fiscal year before September the 30th, 11:59 p.m. deadline. As a result, some of the government agencies effectively close beginning October the 1st at midnight. What's open closed in the window of the government shutdown. Certain federal agencies and workers are deemed essential and therefore are not impacted by a government shutdown. Essential services include the United Postal Service, Social Security, Medicare, and air traffic control. The biggest impact of the shutdown will be felt by the government employees who work under non essential services such as national parks. These workers are typically furloughed during the shutdown and receive back pay once they can return to work. However, the Office of Management and Budget asks federal agencies on September the 24th to draft a plan for permanent layoffs. So again, like I explained the other day, when you're furloughed, you just get a percentage of your money. And like I say, when they ready for you to come back to work, you know what I'm saying, they just put you back on the schedule, whatever, and you're already getting paid and you fall back into, you know. And they tell you where, and this is how I got furloughed. I remember when I got furloughed on my job, they was like, man, look, no, it's a furlough. We're gonna keep you on, but don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? Woo woo, and when we got work for you, gonna find you back. And the whole time, listen, I had went and found unemployment. You feel me? Because I didn't even know what furlough was at this time. So I didn't even know I was getting a check or I had shit in my, you know what I'm saying? I was getting a check every week or every 2 weeks or however it was or something like that. I didn't even know I was getting money because once I got furloughed and laid off, shit, I'm thinking I ain't have a job. You feel me? But again, that's why it's good that we have these information and that's good that we go through these experiences because I'm pretty sure, just like I didn't know, there might be some other people out there that didn't know. So don't go file unemployment if you get furloughed because your ass will owe some money back. And that's what I had to do. I owe some money back, but I got all that shit situated and straightened out. But you just got to be careful. So when you furloughed, man, if you don't know what that means, ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions about some shit that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, make sure you get a just understanding of what's going on. Um, So again, but like they say, so they set a plan in September the 24th. Yeah, we're gonna furlough some people, but then we're trying to draft a permanent layoff plan. So again, they steady trying to cut funds, or cut out these federal workers or these government workers. You know what I'm saying? That because again, remember he shut a lot of that shit down and got rid of a lot of those people, and then the court came back and said, no, you can't do that. So a lot of those people had to come back to work. So is this another way? So is this another way of getting rid of the rest of them people? Anyway, let's go. Since 1977, there has been 21 federal government shutdowns that lasted a total of 121 days. That's an average of almost 80 days per shutdown. So like 3 months. However, among the shortest lasted just a few hours and the longest 35 days. Both were under President Donald Trump's first administration. God damn. I somehow, before I started reading that, when I read that first, somehow I knew Trump was going to be in there. I listen, my eyes, because usually I skim. I ain't even skim. I swear, when I read, I knew Trump was coming up next. But anyway, however, among them, the shortest lasted for just a few hours and the longest 35 days. Both were under President Donald Trump's first administration. The hours-long shutdown took place in February 2018, and the longest shutdown was from December of 2018 to January 2019. Each fiscal year, Congress allocates funding for federal agencies to operate. However, if lawmakers do not agree on the appropriations or temporary spending bills, some federal agencies must effectively shut down or stop normal spending, according to the Office of Personnel Management. Some jobs or services are deemed essential and continue to operate in the event of the shutdown. So, yeah, so that's what a government shutdown, just in case y'all didn't know what it was. But I'm pretty sure, we got a smart audience over here. But for the people that didn't know, I don't think it's gonna last long. I don't think it's gonna last long. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna rectify it, man. I think they're gonna rectify. I do. I think we're gonna rectify it. I think Trump gonna get on the ball, do what he need to do, and it's gonna look like he's the savior and the hero again. I believe that's the plan. I believe that's what they got in play, and that's what's gonna happen. Because the turmoil, all the uproar about the things that's been going on in his administration, what he's doing wrong, the shit that he say, how he making us look like a, complete, you know what I'm saying, by doing some of the things that he doing in office, and again, man, like we could say that 100 times, like Trump, what are you doing? But I don't think he's trying to tell it. I don't know. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it, man. But I think he got something up his sleeve. And again, I think he gonna come up out of this on top and be the savior. And American people are gonna love him even more. That's what I think. I think Trump got a plan, or his administration got a plan, and they're gonna love him even more after this government shutdown. You feel me? Because he gonna come in, put his foot down, and some shit gonna be done. You feel me? It might last a month, you know what I'm saying? It might not, but I think Trump gonna get it together, and we gonna figure this out. Shit, he ain't got no choice, man. We already in fucking trillions of dollars of debt. You know what I'm saying? And again, why are we spending $65 billion on immigrants and $3 billion on schools? Like, that's fucking insane, bro. These numbers that they're giving us are insane. You mean to tell me you spending $65 billion on immigration or for deportation or for motherfuckers coming over here, but you can't spend that much on the people that's already here. When we hear about these crises, like Master Teacher come on and say, well, um, I, so I don't know if that statistic is a overall cultural statistic for our people, or statistic overall for the people of America. Have you reading at a third grade and leaving level, reading third and fourth grade reading level, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I think that's for the American people. And shit, and that's for the people. Shit, who knows what we read? We probably are at the first grade reading level. A lot of us, you know what I'm saying? And it's sad to say that, you know what I'm saying? But again, if that's the case, like, shit, you only putting 3 billion. You know what I'm saying? We sharing the same books that motherfuckers was reading 10, 20 years ago. Ain't no new editions coming out. You're not teaching. You're trying to comprise everything and put everything inside of a reading framework. Not him himself per se, but the educational system with these curriculums. And, they're trying to speed it up and advance our children, but they're not getting this shit. I mean, because you're not putting enough resources into it, you know? The 3 billion. 3 billion. I mean, come on, man. And I'm only saying that in comparison of what they spending. Don't get me wrong. I know we got to have military and defense and nuclear and all that shit. I get that too. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you want to stay a powerhouse. But I don't think that's relative to the situation and to the democracy or the republic of our government. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to educate. If we want to keep being a powerhouse and if we want to keep developing things, we got to educate. We got to, make it so that our people can be the people that's going to help push this narrative along of keeping us a superpower. And if we can't keep us a superpower, shit, and what the hell are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Honestly, if we can't stay a superpower, what the fuck are we doing? 3 billion on education, and you spending 65. And listen, I'm not mad at the immigration, because and I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Let's keep it 100 too with this immigration and deportation shit, man. America ain't America, man. America wasn't. We didn't find this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The people that you deporting and trying to get rid of were already originally here, man. Due to land treaties and shit like that, and indigenous rights and all this old extra shit, man. A lot of these people that's displaced, they were already here, man. And that's crazy, because as a people, man, we out here fighting for some shit and don't even know what the fuck we fighting for or against. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nowhere in the hell we should be even allowing to talk of deportation of some of these groups of people, because some of them was already here. Like Mexico, California, Texas, all that shit was Mexico. Alabama, all listen, man. Listen. I'm just saying. Chat GPT, and if you think I'm bullshit, everybody love AI. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Chat GPT and see what they tell you. And that's crazy. Because we think this is our show. Well, not we as in me and you, my beautiful people, and my superheroes and my Beardonians, but it's a group of motherfuckers that think that this is their shit. You wonder why you was taught not to read and write. See, before I go on to this ice shit, see, whether you want to believe the narrative that we came over here during the transatlantic slave trade, or we were already here, however it happened or whatever happened, even if we did have things established and we had a language and we had a culture and we had a history, right? When they came and abused the out of the people that was here, and they took it and they spoke a different tongue, and they used that tongue to rule, and they used that barbarism and that savagery to rule. We didn't understand what they was talking about. We didn't understand. They took what we had, put it in their language, disappropriated and displaced us, kept us from learning, kept us from reading, kept us from writing. Now they take over with their systems and their treaties and their words. And now we have to abide by their words, because we so much in shock and awe of this new presence, and we thinking that they bringing something over here, and we just so fucking over friendly, and they taking over. You feel me? Now, I just want to put that to today because, like I say, Master Teacher came up here and said, we reading at the third, fourth, because it's meant to be that way. I believe it's meant to be that way because guess what? You can't fight, you can't rebel, you can't revolutionize, you can't organize, you can't start shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can come from the heart. You can come from here. You can come from here and you can have some people follow you. But if you can't fight them inside of their system, if you don't know how to mitigate, if you don't know how to what's the word I'm looking for? Articulate and vocalize that legalese shit, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to operate inside of their systems, you fucked. You fucked. And this is something too. I know a lot of people y'all hear a lot of these things about things to separate yourself or things to maybe put you in a spot or a place to be better off than what you are now, right? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But let me tell you something. You do that, and you call it what you want, but you want to do that with being compliant with keeping them as an ally and not an enemy. Right? You want to keep them as an ally and not an enemy when you're replacing and getting and doing these type of things that that will keep you in a space that's ahead of the curve. You still want to keep them as an ally, not an enemy, because you don't have enough backing yet to make them an enemy. You don't want to make an enemy off the bat, because if you make them an enemy off that shit, they already your enemy off bat. Period. There ain't no hands down, ain't no disputing that. They already your enemy off bat, right? But now, if you put yourself on their radar as an enemy, now they can attack you. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You want to stay compliant under the radar and get what you need to get and probably sneak as many motherfuckers in as you can. You know what I'm saying? To where you got some leverage to now, if it's a pushback, you can push back. You know what I'm saying? But by yourself and as an individual, when you're doing this shit with certain, it's just, man. And I'm talking without talking, so I'm hoping people understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a few people know. You know what I'm saying? But just contextualize. Just you know what I'm saying? Take it from where I started. You'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But yeah, they keep us this way. Educational system, they keep us this way. They keep us not learning how to read. Like, why do they listen? And everybody always say they send us to school to come out and work for them, right? They don't send you to school to come out to be an entrepreneur or to be people that start business, you know what I'm saying, or start businesses. You know what I'm saying? They keep you in a certain system. You're going to learn this, and this is all you're going to learn, and you're going to know this, and you're going to specialize in this, and you're going to work for us once you come out. If you do happen to be above norm or above average and receive an education or a piece of paper from them, they're going to keep you in their system. They're not going to make it or give you enough to where you can come outside of that system unless you do that on your own. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that within you. If it ain't within you, or if it ain't within the circle of people and energy that's around you, you're not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to do it. Not going to do it. You just ain't. But we'll figure it out. Next article, man. This wild. Because this is right around here with me. ICE-led raid at South Shore apartment complex follows Venezuelan gang murder inside. Girl. This is my area, too. And my boy calling the Vinnies, man. Hey, matter of fact, man, big shout out to my co-host, L Boogie, Roscoe P. You know what I'm saying? Cito Boy, honorary co-host, Monkey Man, and my little one. My co-host with the most is AJ. You know what I'm saying? L Boogie call them Vinnies, man. There's a lot of them motherfuckers around here in my area. But as far as that gang activity shit and them robbing and doing all that craziness that I done previously read, or like that shit how they doing in Colorado, taking over buildings, or how they claim they was down on 63rd with automatic weapons and shit like that. That shit ain't happening over here. And I don't think that shit happened out there like that. I think that's just shit. Like, come on, man. They fresh off a motherfucking walk, man, and they over here with a come on. Well, see, these young guys got these switches and all this extra shit. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Them Vinnies probably crossed the border with that shit. You feel me? And again, might have been part of the plan. Who knows? Allegedly. This is just all my opinion. You know, don't quote me on none of this shit. You feel? But okay, so here we go. It says when federal agents led by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement raided a South Shore residential building early yesterday, it understandably raised eyebrows. So what was all that about, and why was that particular building targeted? On Tuesday night, Alderman Raymond Lopez, 15th District, claimed on Twitter that the Venezuelan-based street gang Tren de Agua was behind it. TDA took over the building. Lopez wrote, adding, They will not be missed except by Chicago mayor and the Latinos. Hell no, did they call them Latinos? I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't laughing at it, but that's wild as hell, man. That they will listen, they can write all this. God damn. Latino. If that's not a slur, if that's not a damn slur, that's crazy. He said, Ty, what you drop? I don't see anything. I told her, Miss Courtney, I didn't see it neither when she said she was supposed to drop it. I didn't see it neither. Miss Kimber, what's going on, Queen? How you feeling? Latinos, hell no. So in fact, CWB Chicago has learned that the building raided by the feds was the site of a murder where a migrant was shot dead while pleading for his life, allegedly by a trendy, about a little Venezuelan gang. I ain't finna go through all that. A man charged with the murder last month allegedly told fellow jail inmate that he disposed of the body's victim by having it encased in concrete at a construction site. Social media videos show dozens of arrests raiding the 5-story apartment building on 75th Street and South Shore Drive. Damn, 75th and South Shore Drive. That's like literally like 75th. Like, damn, that's literally right down the street, bro. And this happened yesterday? Damn. 75th and South Shore Drive. What building they talking about? That made me want to go down there and see now. During Tuesday nighttime race. So this was that night. Okay, that's probably why. At least 30 people were taken into custody, officials said, without releasing any names or details. Listen, it's a lot of buildings over here, man, that's got them in this area. So if they come back, I'm pretty sure they're going to find some more. They, not too long ago, I think it was like last year, they just like, it was a whole building on like exit 79 to exit that was like closed down and boarded up. You see it on the news. Like, and people, like you see the footage of them tearing the boards down and running in the building and, you know what I'm saying, taking refuge. Man, the police ain't do nothing. Didn't do shit. Let them do it. And then, like I say, they let them stand there down there. Yeah, then came back and got them up out of there once Trump got in office, talking about this, deporting their ass and getting them up out of here. But before Trump got to talking about that shit, police didn't do nothing, man. If that would have been a group of y'all know, us running up in there, man, they ass would have been there so motherfucking fast, shooting and locking motherfuckers up. Man, excuse my French, y'all, and locking us up with the quickness, man. Anyway, Gregory Bovino, who is leading the heightened immigration activities in Chicago, said the operation targeted the TDA gang members. The FBI later confirmed that its agents assisted in the operation. I don't necessarily know if these motherfucking gang members neither, man. I think there's just a lot. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that some of them ain't get through here. But, you know, I think a lot of that is just, you know what I'm saying, talk just to, you know, scare. Well, not necessarily scare, but just put a dark, you know what I'm saying, cloud over, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these immigrants, you know what I'm saying. I just don't want to necessarily say that everybody, because I seen kids and mothers and You know what I'm saying? Women with children a lot of times, and they don't have men. You know what I'm saying? That came over here as well. So I'm not saying that they ass can't be, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Part of some type of mob or cartel or whatever the hell. Neither. I ain't saying that because some of them are, but for the most part, man, I don't know. I don't know. They might be gang members, man, because they come over here tatted and suited and booted and shit already. So who knows, bro? Who knows? This summer there was a much smaller, though more deadly raid at the same apartment building. The intruders that time were not federal agents. On the evening of June 22nd, prosecutors said 25-year-old Venezuelan migrant Jose Coronando Meza and two accomplices stormed into an apartment complex and confronted 31-year-old Gregory Arias. Arias and three friends, all immigrants, were hanging out in a unit after spending the day at the beach. Cause yeah, they came out here, man. Listen, they ass took over the beach. They took over Rainbow Beach. Do y'all hear me? I'm talking about they took over the beach so much that motherfuckers around here like going to the beach because, like I say, I could walk out my house and literally look out, look down the block, man, and I can see the water. You feel me? Like literally, like bro, they was at the beach naked, just all type of. Oh my goodness, man! Oh my goodness, I ain't even talk about my, but yeah, they had took over the beach. So the intruders tried to drag Arias out of the unit, but he resisted, pulled out his ID card, and insisted he had no problems with them. Prosecutor said one of Coronando's Mesa's accomplices then shot Arias in the chest, knocking him to the floor, according to the prosecutor. See, he probably thought they was coming to get his ass. They ain't thinking about no ID. They probably trying to rob a motherfucker. So as Arias lay bleeding, another accomplice, lifted his shirt to reveal a scar and said Arias was responsible for it. Prosecutor said Arias begged for his life and then asked the group to call an ambulance. Instead, Coronado Mesa allegedly walked up, pressed a handgun to the left side of Arias' head, and executed him. Moments later, the three men fled as sirens approached. The witnesses also left with Arias. Body laying face up on the living room floor near a radiator. Damn. The next morning, one witness said the apartment had been cleaned. Another witness, who cleaned out the apartment? Another witness went to the police to report the murder. Based on the witness account, investigators secured a warrant for the unit. Evidence technicians used Blue Star technology to detect hidden blood beneath laminate floor and on a radiator cover. DNA testing linked the samples to Arias' toothbrush. On July 6th, Coronando Meza was arrested for allegedly possessing a gun with a drum magazine. At the time of his arrest, police seized his cell phone and found a video recorded in the apartment the day after the police executed the search warrant. Prosecutor said the video allegedly shows several floor panels missing in the exact location where the technician had removed them to test for blood. It is also depicted the same living room furniture and bedroom with pink walls that the police documented while processing the thing. While in custody, Coronado Mesa confessed to another inmate, saying he finished off Arias because he would not stop crying. Prosecutor said he allegedly told the inmate he had a construction contract. Oh, he had a construction contract who could dispose of bodies and that Arias had been entombed in concrete. God damn. Damn. See, that's another thing, man. We letting these motherfuckers come up here. Listen, man. They come up here, they get these jobs, bro. They get in these construction companies, bro. And, you know what I'm saying? These people come up here, man, and they get these connections or they already know these people because they family members from already being up here. Like, because this ain't, listen, but they just ain't come up here and get all this shit just to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit just ain't happen like that, man. They got peoples up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the hell you just got a construction contract and you know a motherfucker that can just couple the body up with concrete? How many motherfuckers, honestly, how many motherfuckers know that? Come on, man. That ain't even how we get down when we doing our senseless bullshit killing. We kill a motherfucker, leave him on the street, leave him where he at. You feel me? These motherfuckers got construction contracts and he done told a motherfucker this man is entombed in concrete. It's crazy. Witnesses later identified Coronando Meza as the shooter. Another woman said she saw him outside of the building with a suitcase shortly after the killing. Like, and they were just hanging around this bit. See, and that's what I'm saying, man. This is literally, I want to say like that down there 9, maybe 8 blocks away from me, bro. I didn't even know this shit was going on. Like, I don't be out there like that. I go to work, I come home, I don't. And then what's crazy is my mom stayed on 76 in South Shore Drive. That's crazy. And I think I know the bit, but that building on 7500, I think that building, and see, and it's another thing, that building was condemned. It was shut down. That building wasn't even operable. If this is the same building I'm thinking about. So again, they just letting these motherfuckers run up in these buildings, man, and seeking refuge, man, and ain't nobody doing shit about it. And then I read an article about how the city was pressuring people who had these buildings to let them stay there. You know what I'm saying? Or was paying them or giving them a certain amount of money for housing them. It's crazy. It's crazy. So Coronando Mesa is charged with first-degree murder, concealing a homicidal death. 2 counts of aggravated unlawful restraints. But see, but they gotta find the body. Even though he talked to, they still gotta find the body, man. He can always say, I don't know what the fuck dude talking about. He talking about something else. Ooh, up to damn. I'm saying, unless they actually find the actual site and can, and then listen, are they gonna tear this site up to find this body? That's what I'm saying. And do we know where it's at? And see, now this is going to start to trickle down because now the construction company, you know what I'm saying? And now are we gonna go to each and every one of these construction company sites, and are we gonna tear down these motherfucking buildings and knock down these walls and take up these floors and see if they have done this other times? You know, like, this is crazy. Like, this type of shit will send you down the rabbit hole. This type of shit will send you down the rabbit hole. So homicidal death, 2 counts of aggravated unlawful restraint, and aggravated unlawful possession of a weapon. His local background includes retail theft, arrest, and a pending misdemeanor, a cannabis case, and a pending gun charge. And listen, he didn't get all this shit since he didn't been here. Like, god damn. Like, you ain't even come over here trying to be cool. You came over here acting a damn fool. So this was 2 years ago. So in 2023, Gregory Arias was featured in a Block Club Chicago article about a migrant who established a barbershop in Pritzker Park next to Standard Club migrant shelter in the Loop. And again, man, like, come on, man, how the fuck you get a barbershop, bro? Excuse me, y'all. How you get a damn barbershop, man? Motherfuckers been over here for years, man. That's trying to establish some shit, man, and can't get nothing but y'all come over here and get barbershops, man. This is crazy, man. Crazy. But that's the world we live in, man. It's a beautiful place, ain't it, y'all? This is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place, man. I don't know. Man. You know, I remember when I first started talking to Cito, and he was like, man, how did that migrant shit affect you? Like, you know what I'm saying, directly. You know, it didn't affect me directly per se, but you know, the area that I'm in, you know, I know a lot of people that got moved out of these situations for them to move in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, you know. And coming from, if I was an immigrant myself, you know, my family came over here to start a life, and you know, this was the place to come, and this, that, and the third. I could see the empathy. I could see the wanting need to help these people in that way. But again, how can you miss, or how can you get over the fact that there are already people here that need the help? They can't get the help when you're giving these help to this other group of people. See, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, man, like, and I don't even see, that's why I say I don't even see how our group, excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't even see how we are even standing up trying to fight for any fucking body. And we don't stand up and fight for ourselves, man. Your business. Stay in your lane. Do what the fuck you need to do for your people to bring you up out of this situation. Because guess what? That shit ain't finna stop with them. You know what I'm saying? If he do what he want to do, and we ain't seen the National Guard yet in the city. You know what I'm saying? By the way, for all those who was talking all that shit about, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that you ain't gonna see him, but we ain't seen the National Guard in the city. I ain't seen none of these people that he supposedly had brought over here. And again, I seen something where they were supposed to be protecting something, so they really weren't coming to the city to do what they did in DC and Washington and shit like that. They was here to protect, but do something. I forgot exactly what it was, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that they can't come back or they won't, or they not still here, and they gonna hit the streets. We don't know. So because we ain't seen it yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he bad in time, or I don't know if Prisker and Mayor Brandon, you know what I'm saying, just fighting that hard along with other, you know what I'm saying, high personnel in the government of Illinois, you know what I'm saying, trying to stop that shit from happening. But it's crazy, man. This is crazy. We living in a world now, man. And listen, I ain't gonna spend that biblical end time shit. You feel me? We just living in a crazy, fucked up time. You know, and listen, I ain't trying to prophesy shit and just say, listen. All I know is that, listen, we better wake up, and you better try to get what you can get while you can get it. You know what I'm saying? And I say that I wouldn't give a hell if it was 1920. You feel me? Like, man, listen, you better get what you can get while you can get it, man. And that's facts, man. Better put a plan together, man. You need to sit your family down and talk to your family. And listen, we need to start saving and scraping every penny, and we need to figure out what we're gonna do with these pennies. And we need to put them somewhere and put it up where it can grow interest and get us some. Listen, man, listen. If y'all ain't listening to me, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Get with somebody, man. Start investing. Start learning some things. Listen, go learn some shit that you ain't learned before, man. That can be conducive and help you come up out of your current situation, man. All it takes is a little bit of energy, man, and let that little bit of energy carry you over. You feel me? Go down them rabbit holes of knowledge, especially when it's concerning you and trying to get you about a situation. You know what I'm saying? I ain't necessarily saying it's gonna make your life completely 100% better, but it probably will help you out a little bit in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Listen, I'm still telling people to go get insurance policies, man. Everybody, especially my melanated brothers and sisters, man, go get them insurance policies on your kids. Go get them insurance policies on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, secure that shit. And go find out how to secure it. You know what I'm saying? Go find out how to make it work for you. There's ways and things out here that you can do. You know what I'm saying? Listen, don't just follow the first motherfucker you see. It's got to be verifiable. Please do your due diligence. Please do your proper vetting and research. You know what I'm saying, please get the second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth opinions. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, and this is why reading and understanding and comprehension is important. Because a motherfucker just can't say something to you or give you a piece of paper and tell you to sign it and put your signature on it, and you not know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to read. We need to be able to discern. We need to be able to comprehend. We need to be able to know and be able to articulate what someone tells you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we're talking about insurance and having a way to make that insurance work for you. And not only that, just within businesses, I mean, man, LLC yourself and contract yourself out to the job. And when the job give you a paycheck, tell them you wanted to pay it to your LLC and not to you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we want to, let me be quiet. Let me be quiet. And that ain't for everybody. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Listen, but just wake up, man. This is what y'all need to be doing. So the shit that I just said, a little bit of that, just go figure it out. Go find out what I say. You know what I'm talking about? And make it work for you. You know what I'm saying? Make it work for you. Brother DC, you know what I'm saying? Make it work for me. Make it work for me. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make it work for a brother, man. You be stingy with the shit. You know what I'm saying? We all stingy with the shit. Oh man. Oh man, this is some wild ass shit, y'all. Dad told kids good morning before gunning them down in the bed with the 380 as they woke up for school. Then he killed Ting's son as he lounged on couch. What the fuck? Mm, 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 mm. This man killed 3 of his kids. Dad told kids good morning. So basically, good morning, bam, good morning, bam. Like, what the fuck? Dad told kids good morning before gunning them down in bed with a 380 as he woke as they woke up for school, then killed his teenage son and lounged on the couch. So he woke his as they was waking up to go to school. He told their ass good morning and shot their ass. Like, bro, I don't understand. I don't even think I could. I couldn't even do that for my kids. I don't even think I would have the strength to. I just I just don't see it. I I don't. I'm puzzled. I'm perplexed. I'm vexed. I just can't. I can't even imagine me doing or harming any one of my children in that matter. You know, whooping their ass with some shit that they didn't did. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Or fucking them up. Excuse my French. You know what I'm saying? You know, for some for something that they did, but unaliving my children, bro. Like I can't. I can't see it. I can't fathom that idea. I just can't. Can't. Let's get into the article. I just can't. A Michigan father who allegedly stressed over a sentencing for an incident. I'm sorry. A Michigan father who allegedly stressed over a sentencing for indecent exposure incident decides to kill his 17-year-old son and shoot two of his other children the morning of the court proceeding before trying to take his own life, cops say. You shot your 17-year-old son and your two kids because your ass out here pulling your dick out. Excuse me, y'all. I apologize for pulling your dick out. And a indecent, I don't know if it was that, but I'm just saying, a decent exposure. What else could it be? Or just a streaking or some shit. So you stressed out about an indecent exposure case, and you decide to wake your fucking kids up in the morning and shoot them. Yeah, and then you shoot yourself. Nah, man, he had to have a history of some type of something going on upstairs. And if he wasn't diagnosed and this shit just slipped through like this is fucking insane. So Jeffrey Smear, 44, survived the September 11 murder attempt suicide after plotting a week about carrying it out, police official alleged Tuesday during a preliminary examination. So this dumb motherfucker tried to kill himself, but then he couldn't even kill himself. Crazy. I'm gonna start this over, y'all. Let's start this over. So dad told kids good morning before gunning them down in bed with a 380 as they woke up for school. Then he killed his teen son as he lounged on the couch. A Michigan father who allegedly stressed over a sentencing for indecent exposure incident decides to kill his 17-year-old son and shoot two of his other children the morning of the court proceeding before trying to take his own life, cops say. So he didn't even get to court. He just woke up and said, fuck it. And just said, fuck it. Jeffrey Schmear, 44, survived the September 11 murder-suicide attempt after plotting for a week about carrying it out. Police officials police official alleged Tuesday during a preliminary examination. I don't know what they found, but let's see what they found because they said he plotted this out. So I'm guessing they found some things to back up his claim or to back up this claim of him. So Smear allegedly sliced his wrist open and took multiple forms of medication that he stashed in his family's master bedroom, but was able to stay alive. Oh, so he didn't shoot it. Okay. So he didn't shoot himself. He just tried to take some pills and slit his wrist. Okay. Okay. So Smear allegedly sliced his wrist open and took multiple forms of medication that he stashed in the family's master bedroom, but was able to stay alive. You goofball. Some of that medicine probably went in blood. That shit probably was clotting you so you couldn't bleed out like you wanted to. Ding bat. Listen, I ain't encouraging this shit, but learn how to kill yourself, man. Damn. I'm just saying. While you was plotting all this shit out, man, you should have knew if that medication was gonna clot your blood and stop you from bleeding out. Because if you slicing your wrist, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to bleed out real quick, because that's usually what happens when you slice your wrist open, right? You know what I'm saying? But if you took some medication that was gonna clot your blood, you wasn't gonna bleed out like that. If anything, you probably went into epileptic shock or whatever the case because of the drugs and the medicine. So that your dumb ass taking the medicine is what probably kept you alive. But I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I'm just saying. Okay, so let's finish this article, man. Um, the suicide attempt came after Schmier shot his 17-year-old son, Caleb Schmier, who died, and two of the boy's siblings, 13-year-old Brentley Schmier and 12-year-old Kinsley Schmier, who suffered critical injuries, according to prosecutors. So I'm hoping that the 12 and 13-year-old survived. I'm taking it that they survived. Detective Grafton Sharp with the Port Huron Police Department described Tuesday during the preliminary hearing how Schmier told cops he was stressed due to the sentencing of his court case for the incident exposure charge, which he got hit with in 2020. So you've been fighting this charge for some years, bro. You've been fighting this charge for 5 years, bro. What the hell is you stressing out for? If you steady going to court and they steady continuing and you steady, now unless this was a sentencing, you know what I'm saying? Unless you was going to court for some sentencing and you were scared of whether they was gonna lock your ass up. Come on, man. They probably was gonna slap you with some probation or put you in jail for about a year. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. You killing your 17-year-old and you shot your 12 and your 13-year-old. Come on, man. Come on, man. Bro, you come on, bro. And then that shit ain't even had nothing to do with them. You stressing them motherfucking kids out for nothing, bro. Now you done unalive one of your sons and the other two that survived, and then you tried to kill yourself and now you survived. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you they still love you. I guarantee you they don't even know what's going on. I guarantee you we can write this off with daddy's sick. They 12 and 13. They're not gonna know daddy's sick. Daddy was sick. You know, daddy has something going on. And them kids still gonna love you. You fucking fool. You kept your fucking man. That just pissed me off, bro. That just pissed me off, bro. And of course, you know, you're a white man. And not saying that, you know, we don't do shit like that, because we probably do, but of course he was a white man. I like telling y'all the color of people. In that last article with the young lady, she was a black young lady. But I didn't see the person that they charged. She probably was black too. And that's some crazy sick shit. But black folks usually ain't hoarders like that. But anyway, moving right along. So, asked why he focused on the children and chose to take their lives, Sharp said his reason was that he was closest to Kinsley and Caleb. He also said that Kinsley was close to Bentley. So, hold on. So, was Bentley the middle? Wait a minute. Let's see who was. Yeah, so he was closest to Bentley. Okay, so Caleb is the oldest son, and Kenzie is the youngest son, and Bentley is the middle son. So he said his reason was he was closest to Kinsley and Caleb, which is the youngest and the oldest. He also said that Kinsley was close to Bentley because they was 12 and 13. So, you know, they did everything together because they was the closest in age. So, of course, that would be, you know, that would be, you know, the look. He also said that Kinsley was close to Bentley. Schmier said the plan was to take Kinsley, Bentley, and Caleb with him and then shoot himself, according to Sharp. What? It said, ask how long he had been planning to carry out the attack. Schmier allegedly told cops he started plotting approximately a week prior. He claimed to have cut his wrist and took multiple forms of medication that he had found in the family's master bedroom, per Sharp. Cops questioned Schmier about what was going through his mind before shooting and alleged suicide attempt happened. And he allegedly told them he was thinking about his sentencing that he believed he might be going to jail, according to a testimony on Tuesday. He woke the kids up to go to school, and it was a regular day, and something just happened, said Smear. Sister Victoria Frazier, in an interview with local ABC affiliate WXYZ after the shooting. Oh, said Smear's sister Victoria Frazier in an interview. Okay, he woke the kids up to go to school, and it was a regular day, and something just happened, said Smear's sister. Okay. That's crazy, man. According to Shop, Smear told cops he woke up that Thursday morning and retrieved a pistol from his gun safe before waking the kids up. He indicated that he woke up around 6 o'clock in the morning to his alarm, retrieved his .380 from the gun safe, which he kept underneath his bed, and then proceeded into the bedroom of Kinsley and Bentley Sharp, Sharp explained. After entering the bedroom, Smear allegedly said good morning and then walked into the family bathroom. He talked to himself in the mirror, Sharp told the court, questioning himself if he was really going to do this. Smear said to Smear said in a police interview that he went back into the children's bedroom moments later and started blasting, according to Sharp, with Bentley being the target while he was underneath a blanket and on his cell phone. He was aiming towards the glow. Sharp recalled Smear saying Kinsley was getting up and he aimed at her throat and fired. Also, Kinsley was a girl. Well, they said, but anyway. So Kayla was allegedly targeted by Smear in the living room while he was sitting on the couch, according to Sharp. He stated he aimed at Caleb's head. Sharp alleged when it came to time to take his own life, Smear allegedly claimed his .380 jam, and that's when he tried cutting himself. He was reportedly disarmed by his wife and 19-year-old son, who were awake and home at the time. Wait a minute. So, wait a minute. So you mean tell me your wife and you got a 19-year-old son now, and after the first couple of shots, didn't nobody rush or run to see what the fuck was going on? You was able to shoot 3 motherfuckers before they was able to get to you? Come on, man. That's crazy. Because even the 17-year-old son sitting on the couch, he shot the 12 and the 13-year-old first. Didn't nobody hear these gunshots going off? You mean to tell me he just still sitting on his motherfucking couch while his daddy shooting? Come on, man. The .380 kind of like gunshot is loud inside of a house, y'all. Like, come on, man. I didn't accidentally dislodge my shotgun inside my motherfucking crib, and the whole motherfucking crib was like, what's going on? Ooh, ooh. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the shell out. You know what I'm saying? As we trying to get the shell out the motherfucker, we accidentally pull the trigger. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Did you feel? All right, you dropped it in the Discord. Who Discord you dropped it in? Because y'all, hey, speaking of Discord, y'all can listen. I do got a Discord too. My Discord is Bearded Conversation, man. Make sure y'all go tap into my Discord. I don't be promoting my Discord. I'm gonna have to link my Discord to the channel, man. Make sure y'all get on my Discord. It's Bearded Conversation, man. Everything's Bearded Conversation. But so you mean to tell me the wife and the 19-year-old and the 17-year-old that was sitting on the couch, you mean to tell me they didn't hear this shit, these gunshots going off when he killed the first two? This is crazy. This is crazy. So, oh my God, come on, man. So family members told WXBZ Bentley suffered facial fractures in the shooting attack, while Kinsley had a bullet lodged in her spine and now is paralyzed from the neck down. God damn. She also underwent facial reconstruction surgery for her injury. Jeff was a good father, claimed Smear's brother-in-law. What the fuck? Jeff was a good father, claimed Smear's brother-in-law, Lank Green, while speaking to WXYZ after the shooting. He did everything, bent over backwards for the family, started having issues, searched out for medical help, mental help, and didn't get what he needed. Seemed like he needed more support and he didn't get it. Relatives have refused to speak out about Spears' indecent exposure case. He pleaded guilty to the charge earlier this year. The judge overseeing his murder case denied Smear bond on Tuesday and ordered him to stay away from his surviving children. And so he got 3 surviving children. So a 19-year-old, I didn't even know the story was gonna turn like that. With the 19-year-old and the mom being in the crib. Ugh, like, damn. So did he have plans on killing all of them? The post dad told kids good morning before gunning him down in the bed with 380 as they woke up for school, then killed his teen son as he lounged on the couch. Cops first appeared in law and crime. That was crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Here we go. Mom shot sleeping son, stabbed him as he cried mommy because he wanted to put because she wanted to put him out of his pain. What the fuck is wrong with people, man? It was killing me. 47-year-old mother in Missouri is accused of killing her 16-year-old son, shooting the boy multiple times as he slept, and then retrieving a knife from the kitchen and stabbing him. Oh my goodness, bro. You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. Gotta be kidding me, bro. If you shot him multiple times, this is a white woman, you shot him multiple times, why you gonna stab him, bro? After retrieving the knife from the kitchen and stabbing him, saying she wanted to put him out of his pain. You shot him. What the fuck? What, the pain from the shooting? Crystal Roy was taken into custody earlier this week and was charged with 1 count of first-degree murder and 1 count of felony armed criminal action in her son's cold-blooded slaying. Court records reviewed by Law and Crime show. This shit, wow. According to a probable cause affidavit, officers with the St. Charles Police Department on Monday responded to a residence in the 3200 block of Lightfoot Drive after receiving requests for a welfare check from victims' friends. The callers were described as being extremely close to the victim and told police that they had not heard from him in several days, which was highly unusual behavior. Upon arriving at the home, first responders said they detected a foul odor from the home before entering. Inside, the police said they found the victim deceased in his bed from multiple gunshot wounds and multiple stab wounds. The manner of death was ruled a homicide. A knife that appeared to be covered in blood and ballistics evidence were recovered from the scene. In subsequent interviews with the friends who made the request for the wellness check, they advised the police that the victim loved life was not suicidal. They also described the victim's mother as being strange and minimally involved in his life. Speaking about the last time they saw the victim, one of the friends told investigators that they had been together on the evening of Friday, September the 26th, until about 2 a.m. So I guess he wasn't crippled. So what the fuck she mean by pain? So on September the 27th, when he dropped the victim off at his residence, a friend informed detectives that he had attempted to contact the victim several times over the course of the weekend, but was unable to reach him, the affidavit says. The investigator said they also discovered that the victim's mother, whom they identified as Roy, had attempted to commit suicide earlier in the day, Monday, and was still being treated at a local hospital. Detectives responded to the facility and, upon Roy's release, took her into custody in connection with her son's murder and brought her to the police department for questioning. Police say that after voluntarily waiving her Miranda rights, Roy confessed to killing her son in a recorded interview, revealing grisly details about the teen's final moments. Crazy, bro. Crazy, wild shit. Roy admitted to retrieving a firearm from her ex-husband's residence on 9/26/2025 with the intentions of shooting the victim and herself, police wrote in the affidavit. Furthermore, Roy admitted to the shooting the victim multiple times while he was sleeping. Roy further confessed to lying in bed with the victim, caressing him, and hearing the victim cry out "mommy" several times. What the fuck, bro? So you shot your son, laid up in the bed, stroking his head while he's saying "mom." What the fuck? Why he crying to you? When her son did not immediately die from the gunshot wounds, Roy allegedly admitted that she continued her efforts to end his life. Roy admitted to getting up from the bed, retrieving the knife from the kitchen, and stabbing the victim, police wrote. Roy stated she did not She did this to put the victim out of his pain. When asked if she wanted to kill the victim, Roy replied, yeah. Roy was transported to St. Charles County Jail, where she is currently held on $1 million cash bond, records show. It was not immediately clear when she was scheduled to appear in court. Probably sometime next month. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy, man. Husband beat his wife to death with a metal pipe in front of their baby because she performed voodoo on him for several years, and he was fed up with it. Motherfucker, if she performed voodoo on you, man, you wouldn't be beating her with no damn pipe, man. You gotta be crazy. Gotta be crazy, man. Man, hey, Miss Chocolate Tart, make sure y'all gonna follow my Discord. I'm gonna start attaching my Discord to this shit. That was crazy. God, I'm gonna beat your wife. But this lady here, man, back to this lady here. That's some sick shit, Brody. That's some sick shit, man. You mean to tell me, man, you laid down in the bed with your son, bro, and stroked and caressed his hair? Mm, mm, mm. And as he was crying to you, you went and grabbed a knife and stabbed him. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. There's a lot going on out here in this world, man. It's wild ass Wednesday, y'all. A lot of wild shit. It's a lot of crazy shit going on. Listen, I'm glad. Listen, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, man. I'm glad we here, and we doing what we doing, man. And we not partaking in none of this madness and craziness, man. Brother Jason, you know what, brother Jason, I feel you now, man. I feel you now with your comment, man. Kind of wish I couldn't see. Like you said, and it's better off that you can't, bro. Like, cause a lot of this, now after getting into a lot of these crazy articles from around the world, I understand. At first, I was kind of a little bit, you know what I'm saying, on the fence. I understand. I understand. And then, I guess I say I used to feel that way, you know what I'm saying? Riding down the street, man, on my way to work and just looking at my community, man, and just looking at the people that's out there in the community and the things they were doing and things that they were not doing. That shit can be, a little unurban for you. You know what I'm saying? And especially reading these things and hearing these things, and not only to know that, and like I say, man, most of these articles is white folks. You know what I'm saying? A few almost black folk, but most of them white folk. Like, the shit happens everywhere, man. Like, this shit don't hide from color. This shit don't hide from shape, size, ethnic background, or cultural background. This shit happens to everybody. You know? You know? Everybody, man. Like, it's sad to say, and it's sad to know that these type of things take place in our world, but man, this is a lot of our reality. This craziness and madness is a lot of our reality. What can we do to fix it? Is there a solution to the problem? I do believe that mental hospitals and mental facilities for people and diagnosis too, man. I know a lot of us don't go to the hospitals and stuff like that, but family members, listen, family, when y'all see something wrong and y'all think something wrong, man, don't be scared to go talk to a family member. Don't be scared to go, even if you're not in that household, don't be scared to go talk to somebody else that's in that household with that family member to say, look, I think I see a problem, or I think it could be a problem. And let's try to look, that shit. We got to stop with that. This shit is taboo. We got to stop with that. This shit ain't for us. It's too much shit going on, and I don't want to necessarily say all of these things were from me, but they got to be for some type of mental fucking misunderstanding. It got to be. I just can't see me waking up at no 6 o'clock in the morning because I got to go to court for a decent exposure, and I'm killed, and I shoot my two youngest kids and try. No, no, ain't no way in hell. My son's 16 laying in the bed and I shoot the shit out of him and he crying out for me and I come lay next to him and I'm rubbing his head and he finna die any fucking way. So now you say, well, you couldn't stand there and see him in pain like that. So you get up out the bed, go get a fucking knife and stab him. What? Come on, man. It's fucking insane. Some wild ass crazy shit. Mom watched 4-year-old son go under the water and pop back up after ordering him and husband to drown themselves in a lake to prove their worthiness. See, more mental illness. Bitch, because if they drown, it ain't no proving no worthiness. How they gonna be worthy to you? Bitch, they can't help you do nothing if they dead, bro. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That shit is madness. I don't want to read no more madness. I'm tired of reading the madness, y'all. Mm, mm, mm. Madness. Crazy, bro. Uh-oh, who going to jail? Is that Jay Cutler? Oh shit, y'all. Oh no, man. Former NFL quarterback begins prison sentence in Tennessee. Not Jay. Oh, after cutting the deal with prosecutors in Tennessee, Jay Cutler, who is also Christian Cavallari's ex-boyfriend, is serving some time in jail. Not Jay. Let's see what happened with old Jay, man. Jay Cutler has shifted from Sunday star to celebrity. I'm talking to cell block celebrity. Yesterday, the former quarterback for the Denver Broncos and Chicago Bears and Miami Dolphins. I guess he went to the Dolphins after the Bears. I don't remember that shit. And Miami Dolphins began serving time at Williamson County Jail in Franklin, Tennessee. Damn, what you do? And y'all not gonna tell us what he did? Y'all wow. Y'all just gonna put him out there like that, but ain't gonna tell us what he did. Come on, hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find out what he. Okay. Jay Cutler. Okay. Oh, okay. Pleaded guilty to 1 count of misdemeanor DUI. He accepted this as a part of a plea deal with prosecutors following his October 2024 arrest for driving under the influence, reckless driving, and leading to a collision violating implied consent regulations and unlawfully possessing a firearm while intoxicated. The other charges were dropped because of the deal. And so Jay Cutler riding around here drunk with pistols and shit and crashing into shit. Damn. Reports claim that Cutler offered the other driver $2,000 not to call him. $2,000, nigga? Come on, man. You Jay Cutler, boy. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Now, you was gonna have to sign every piece of clothing from my drawers to my socks to my shirt, motherfucker. That I need you to sign every piece of fucking thing on this car. Cause I'm finna go frame this car and say this the car that smacked Jay Cutler, and I need you to sign this motherfucker on top of, and you finna give me more than 2,000, nigga. I need about 20 racks, and you finna sign everything I own. And you fuck around, come to my crib and sign everything in my motherfucking house. You feel me? Like for real. Like you better be lucky. All I'm talking about is signing in 20 stacks, $2,000, bro. And you drunk? Man, you crazy, man. Oh shit, about to drop my phone. Man, you crazy, man. 2,000 not to call the police, and then he tried to leave the scene. He posted a $5,000 bond and was released the same day. So, bro, you tried to listen. Your bond was more than what you offered me, bro. Hell no. According to the New York Post, Cutler rear-ended another vehicle. When the cops arrived to the scene, they reported that he was slurring his speech. He also refused to take a field sobriety test. Police said they found 2 firearms in a pro football former pro bowler's vehicle. One of the guns was loaded. Shit, I'm surprised both of them wasn't loaded. But again, you drunk, bro. Oh my goodness. Come on, Jay Cutler. What you out here doing, Jay? In addition to surviving jail time, Cutler was required to pay a $350 fine, serve a year on unsupervised probation, completed a DUI safety course, and have his driver's license suspended for a year. Last November, Cutler became engaged to Samantha Robertson. He was previously married to reality star Christian Cavallari. They shared 3 children, Camden, Jackson, and Saylor. As we reported earlier, oh shit, I guess, goddamn it, you paying child support, so I don't know. You might, all right, Jay, you trying to get off on the 2000 because you paying child support. You know what I'm talking about? I feel you, Jay. I feel you, Jay. That's why I would have had you signing everything I own. Goddamn it, I'd have took you back to the canal. You finna come back to the crib. You finna shine this car. I'm finna. I ain't even listen. I don't even want the wreckage to touch this car. I'm finna get this car towed personally, and he signing every piece and every inch of this motherfucker. I need the money. You feel me? Because that signature got to be worth something. Got to be. Yeah. As we reported earlier this year, Cavallari opened up about her time with Cutler on Bunny XO Dumb Blonde podcast. She says the couple did everything they could to save the relationship, but it just didn't work out. She has gone on to say that the relationship was toxic, but doesn't want to speak badly about the father of her children. Respects to that. As soon as I got out of the marriage, I remember even my mom saying to me, she had no idea how bad it was, said Cavallari. I was a shell of who I was, and immediately I got my spark back. I don't know, but damn, Jay out here, man. Hey, y'all, Jay Cutler out here drinking and driving and toting pistols. Hell no. Nah, damn, Jay. Listen, y'all, we done reached our time here on this Wild Ass Wednesday, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Beardonian friends. Listen, y'all, make sure y'all tuning in tomorrow, man, for Thumping Thursday. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, that tuned in. Listen, do your boy a favor, hit that like button. You know what I'm talking about?
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
And share the content, man. Big ups to all my moderators. Big ups to all my followers, man. Listen, we on a mission to 1,000, you know what I'm saying, and beyond. So, man, listen, man, when y'all wake up going to the grocery store, going to the neighbor's house, you know what I'm saying, going to church, going to Wednesday Bible study, wherever y'all going, when y'all get there, ask them if they heard a Bearded Conversation, man. And when they pull their phones out and they get the tap, 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 and the typing, make sure you hit that sub button and let them know, man, we got something for everybody, man. We stream 7 days a week, 9 to 11 for the most part, 9 to 2 on Saturdays, man, where we do our music. And every Friday, man, we interview independent music artists. So, man, listen, tap in and check us out. And also, we got some good flavor in the city, man. If you know what I'm saying, we got some good eats. And if you get sick, you know, we got something for you. So if you ever in the city, man, don't forget to patronize these 5 melanin businesses. You know what I'm saying? Lynn Chicago Pizza, Dan Soul Food and Bakery, Cafe for Grown Folks Play, Urban Lust Cafe, and the House of Health and Wellness, man. You know, we got something for everybody out here in the city, man. It ain't as bad as you know what I'm talking about. They say it is, man. Come on, man. If you out here, man, I'll be your tour guide. All you got to do is hit your boy up. And you know what I'm saying? We take you around the city and show you a good time. Cito boy, hey Cito, man, you tuned in, man. We about to pop out because we didn't reach that 2-hour mark. Appreciate you for tuning in too, man. Big ups to my boy Cito, man. You know what I'm saying? Out here, man, doing this thing. Staying strong, staying committed and convicted, man. You know what I'm saying? He doing his thing in his electrician class, you know. This 2-hour joint comprised in a 6-month program. Cito boy knocking it out the park. Big ups to Cito boy. Congratulations to my Brody for that, man. I love you, Cito. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay on your mission, stay on your journey, and don't let shit knock you off. You feel me? Because you're stronger than what you think you are. And know that. Hey, and like Cito would say, man, you ain't never been richer than you are right now. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you cherish this time. Make sure you show people how rich you are. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and don't forget to learn how to love the ones that love you. That speaks to what I was saying about people having these mental breakdown and these mental things going on. You know, you see a family member, man, you know what something ain't right, man. Speak up on it. You know what I'm saying? Speak out against it. Let's get each other the help that we need. You know what I'm saying? And it starts with us. Even if we can't get to these mental facilities, let's start holding ourselves accountable and responsible for the things that go on inside of our lives and inside of our communities, inside of our culture. Let's hold ourselves accountable and responsible, and let's change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Let's break these cycles that's being pushed and that's being, excuse me. Let's break these cycles that's being pushed and perpetuated throughout our lifetime, and just that they stick on us. We better than that, man. We better than that. And I know we better than that. With that being said, man, like Roscoe was saying, people say, y'all, if ain't nobody told y'all today that they love you, we love you here on Bearded Conversation, and y'all come back now, you hear? With that being said, man, all superheroes don't wear capes, but they still need their theme music. So to all my Beardonians, all my superheroes, and all my beautiful people, man, don't forget to tune in, man. Same black time, same black channel. Talk black to me, y'all, and don't meet us here, beat us here. Y'all know what it is. We out the door. Hey, Cito, man, we gotta find, bro, because I hate ending my show without my you know what I'm saying, without our outro, bro. Like, that shit was just funky, bro. You hear me? Balls, bro. That shit is like smacktacular. You hear me? Like, we got to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? When Monkey Man had a little beat, but that beat didn't go with it. You know what I'm saying? So he's still trying to finagle and finesse some shit. You feel me? But we got to try to find another funky little beat, man, to see if we can, man, because, man, you know, the show ain't the same without that, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. We got a few good little tunes that we can rock out and bop out to, but it ain't nothing like that Cito boy. You feel me? Hey, man, ain't nothing like that Cito boy. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, and I had to come to back for you too yesterday, Cito. They weren't rocking with what you were saying. One of the guys on there, Triple C, he knew who you was, but, man, listen, man, I don't give a fuck what they talking about, man. You know you got them bangers, Brody. Hey, man, peace, y'all, man. Listen, from the bottom of my heart to the top of my mind, I want to let y'all know, man, that I love y'all. Peace and blessings. Without y'all, it wouldn't be no Bearded Conversation, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all make this go round. You feel me? So I'm going to leave y'all like how I came to you, man. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. One last time, y'all. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. There's a lot of shit going on around here. So, you know, we just want to resonate good energy. And don't forget those 5 key components of life. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. And one last time for the family in the back that was doing something that wasn't paying your boy no attention. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration, y'all. And with that being said, we out of here with this timeless flow.
Bottle in hand, stars paint the night. Timeless love, yeah, it feels so right. River runs deep like veins through my chest. Every sip with you, I know I'm blessed. Why don't you come grab a bottle with me? Claim your place, love's legacy. Timeless we are, never grow old. The river flows, your soul I hold. Boots on the dock, moon steady gaze. Fireflies dance, sparking love ablaze. Your laugh's the hook, reels me back in. Catch of my life, where do I begin? Why don't you come grab a bottle with me? Claim your place, love's legacy. Timeless we are, never grow old. The river flows, your soul I hold. Raindrops fall, they mirror your eyes. Ocean tides couldn't match our highs. Through the rapids of calm we'll glide. With you, baby, my heart won't divide. Candles flicker, shadows start to play. Your touch, the sunrise to my day. Whispered promises forever will be. Roots in the ground, branches to the sea. Why don't you come grab a bottle with me? Claim your place, love's legacy. Timeless we are, never grow old. The river flows, your soul I hold. Boots on the dock, moon steady gaze. Fireflies dance, sparking love ablaze. Your laugh's the hook, reels me back in. Catch of my life, where do I begin? Why don't you come grab a bottle with me? Claim your place, love's legacy. Timeless we are, never grow old. The river flows, your soul I hold. Raindrops fall, they mirror your eyes. Ocean tides couldn't match our highs. Through the rapids, the calm will glide. With you, baby, my heart won't divide. Candles flicker, shadows start to play. You touch the sunrise to my day. Whisper promises forever will be. Roots in the ground, branches to the sea.
To the sea. Hey, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Bearded Conversation. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for a thumping Thursday, man. All my people, man, once again, man, from the bottom of my heart to the top of my mind, I love y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. Those that fuck with us, fuck with us. Those that don't, fuck with us anyway, man. Before I get up out of here, big shout out to No ID, Chicago native, man. Man, talented producer, you feel me? Y'all remember No ID from back in the day on them mixtapes, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Listen, when we come together, may we always meet on a level. Once we in each other's presence, may we always be humble and plump. And when we leave each other's presence, may we always, and I do mean always, part on the square. Some more to be, some more to be, some more to be, so may it be, family. Peace.